Just as proper fractions are used to designate parts of a whole, decimal fractions may also be used to indicate any value less than 1. Decimal fractions are numbers with denominators of 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, and so on. Denominators of decimal fractions are not written. Numbers less than 1 are indicated to the right of a dot or decimal point. Placeholders are found at both sides of the decimal point. Sometimes a 0 is placed in the ones column just to the left of the decimal point as a placeholder. This is to alert the reader that this is a decimal, not a whole number. To review the Hindu Arabic numbering system, integers are placed to the left of the decimal point to represent a whole number's value. For example, the ones place is immediately left of the decimal point. The system continues to the left of the decimal point as tens occupy the second position, hundreds the third, thousands the fourth, and so on until all placeholders necessary for a given number are filled. For decimal fractions, also called decimals, values less than 1 are indicated by placeholders to the right of the decimal point. For example, the value for the shaded semicircle on your screen is written as the decimal 0.5 or 5/10. The first place to the right of the decimal point is the tenths place. A 0 in the column to the right of the digit 1 is a placeholder. The number in the tenths decimal place has 1/10 the value it would have in the ones column. All numbers are read as tenths if there are blanks to the right of the tenths place. For example, if the number 5 appears in the tenth column and there are no numbers in the decimal places to the right, the number is read as 5/10. Similarly, 0.4 is 4/10, 0.1 is 1/10, and so on. The second place to the right of the decimal point is called the hundredths decimal place. The first group of 2 places to the right of the decimal point is called the hundredths decimal group. The number in the hundredths group has 1/100th the value it would have in the ones column. The number in the hundredths group are read as hundredths. For example, the decimal fraction 0.63 is read as 63 hundredths. The number 0.04 is read as 4 hundredths. The third place to the right of the decimal point is called the thousandths decimal place. The first group of 3 places to the right of the decimal point is called the thousandths decimal group. The number in the thousandths group has 1/1000th the value it would have in the ones column. For example, the number 0.341 is read as 341 thousandths. The number 0.006 is 6 thousandths. The fourth place to the right of the decimal point is called the 10,000ths decimal place. The first group of 4 places to the right of the decimal point is called the 10,000ths decimal group. The number in the 10,000ths decimal group has 1/10,000th the value it would have in the ones column. For example, 0.7833 is 7,833 10,000ths. The decimal 0.0017 is 17 10,000ths. The fifth place to the right of the decimal point is called the hundred thousandths decimal place. The first group of 5 places to the right of the decimal point is called the hundred thousandths decimal group. The number in the hundred thousandths group has 100 thousandths the value it would have in the ones column. For example, 0.32457 is 32,457 hundred thousandths. 0.00502 is 500 200 thousandths. The first group, the decimal. For example, 0.